Full Papa, taking off runway 17 for the pattern we're in on 13.
It was 7:45 a.m. Chris Hall was taking his new plane for a test flight to the Brownwood Regional Airport in Texas.
Sweet little flight, no wind. And as I was making my descent, I felt a little bump in the seat. And I know Holy Spirit said, "Chris, you lost power." I reached down to shove the throttle forward to go full power, and nothing. I had nothing. The engine went quiet.
Chris tried to restart the engine, but it wouldn't turn over. What he didn't know was that his fuel pump had failed.
When I dipped below the horizon and I realized I was going to crash, I said out loud, "Here we go." And I was talking to the Lord.
Chris's friend Floyd was on the tarmac when he saw the explosion in the distance.
It was at least 400 to 500 feet in the air, huge fireball. As I began to run towards the crash site, I was also praying. And I said, Chris is not finished. You're not finished with Chris.
Brownwood 911.
Hi, we're at the Brownwood Regional Airport. There's an aircraft that has gone into the ground.
EMS Stephen Stone responded to the call.
We saw the black smoke coming up. I would have never said that anybody would have walked away from it.
When I pushed the door open, I heard glass break, I heard metal bend. That's when everything went orange.
He was walking over to us, which I thought was miraculous. He just looked like he just walked out of the flames.
Chris was quickly transported to the nearest hospital. He called his wife Dot from the ambulance.
He said, "I crashed my plane and I'm not hurt very bad." His ambulance driver grabbed the phone away from him and said, "Miss Hall, Chris is hurt really bad and we're going to be care flighting him to Parkland Hospital."
As Dot rushed to the hospital, she called their son.
We were both praying, that no weapon formed against Chris will prosper and that he will live and not die and that his body would be totally healed.
When Dot arrived, doctors were preparing to intubate Chris and admit him to ICU.
His head was swollen twice the size and he was burned really, really bad. So to see Chris like that was very hard.
She said, "Hi, babe." And I was just like, it was like a voice from heaven. I was that happy that she was there.
Chris was stabilized and found to have no broken bones or internal injuries. The concern was the amount of skin grafts required to heal the second and third degree burns, covering over 20% of his body.
The doctors took me out in the hallway and I asked them, "What are we looking at?" They said, "You're going to be here for months." I just thought, God's bigger than that. And so I just took off by myself down the hallway. Just said, "Lord, what do you say about this?" And I just felt like he spoke to me and said, 2 weeks. You'll be here for 2 weeks.
Dot, their sons, family members, and several close friends prayed for Chris's full recovery.
We would lay our hands on Chris in ICU and we would say, "Chris, be healed."
Oh, it felt awesome to have people agreeing in prayer. I was laying there. The only thing that I had was the presence of God. I didn't have anything else.
2 weeks to the day, doctors permitted Chris to leave.
It felt amazing to me to know that God had heard my prayers.
As we were driving up the driveway, I lost it. I knew I was home. And it still touches me.
After 3 months of treatment, Chris was back on his feet. Today, he and his wife Dot minister at churches around the country and share their story of answered prayer.
There's nothing Chris can't do today that he's always been able to do.
There's no question but what the hand of God was on Chris.
Believe God before the fire. Don't wait till something like this has to happen to get you to believe.